Morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody. The Germ here, October 15th, 2023. Elephant's Trunk Flea Market, New Milford, Connecticut. Very cold morning this morning. Got to be about 50 degrees. Got my one hand in my pocket, and the other one is smoking a cigarette. No, I'm not doing that. Seems like a much smaller flea market today. We haven't had a flea market. I want to say it's been at least perhaps 2, maybe even 3 weeks with no flea market due to weather. Last week it did not rain. However, they said that the property was flooded. So I wouldn't go that far, but I would say saturated. We've gotten a lot of rain. So here we are at the flea market. Let's look around, see if we find anything good. By the way, there will be a secret word of the day somewhere in the video, and if you guys get that secret word, I will pin your comment. Here is the Brewster Bakery. Look at, you can tell how cold it is. No tent. These guys got some good stuff. I love them. Cinnamon sticks. Oh, what is that purple thing? That is interesting.
Blueberry scone.
Blueberry scone? Mm-hmm. Cool. Very awesome. And look at that, a Mickey Mouse, whatever that is. What is that?
Sort of. It's an apricot tart. It doesn't look
Yeah?
like Mickey.
Nothing to do with Mickey.
Not much, but I mean, if it sells, sure.
Yeah,
Sure does.
it's the Mickey Mouse, what was it again?
Apricot tart.
Mickey Mouse apricot thing. I'm not a baker, clearly. There's some apples. I'll be doing this a little bit later, going apple picking. Here is our first vendor we're going to visit. Lots and lots of clothes. Nothing for me. Yeah, look at that field. Wow. That did not go far back at all. Yeah, we're going to be going apple picking later today. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it or not. Believe it or not, we're having the great debate on where to go apple picking. There are so many orchards near me. It was like funny that it turned into a debate on where we're going to go apple picking. One of the places I used to go apple picking, it's called Barton's. They charge $30 to get in. That does not include any apples. $30 to go apple picking. There are other things. There's music. You could buy donuts. There's food. You know, crazy. People come from the city and stuff, and instead of being local people anymore, it's now city people. So ever since they started charging to get in, I don't go. $30 is ridiculous. There's a lot of apple orchards by me that are free, and there's one that I think we're going to go to that charges $5. So $5 reasonable, $30 ridiculous. Do you guys remember this craze, the Beanie Babies? Everybody thought these were going to be worth money, so we all collected them and saved them. We even got them from McDonald's. They ended up being worthless. It's kind of funny to think about. We got some toys. Good morning.
How you doing, young fella?
Young fella, I like that.
I see. Yeah, I'm 80. I think I'm way over.
Oh, you're 80? You're 80? Yeah, you got a few years on me.
Listen, anybody comes and fools with you, call me. I'm going to come over and knock them out.
Okay, what's your name? So I can tell him.
My nickname is Boney. B-O-N-E-Y.
Boney?
When I was in high school, I was 5'11 and a half.
Uh-huh.
I weighed 102. At each sitting, when I ate hot dogs, I ate 20 hot dogs. I ate a loaf of bread with every meal. Couldn't gain an ounce. It was like a piece of wire.
You sound like Babe Ruth, only he did gain weight. He did love to eat hot dogs.
200-pound dumbbells, put them up to here 100 times. I used to.
Wow, good for you, man.
And
You're
I used
strong.
To do one of the hard, a bent arm pullover. You lay down on a bench, wrap your feet, and you grab the weights and you pull them up to your chest. And I did 160.
Wow.
All the bands that came in, I used to own a bar.
Yeah.
So they say.
Some Halloween costumes out here. Nothing I would dress up as. Maybe this guy right here. You know, I picked one of these up the other day. I used to deliver these as a kid. Yeah. What year is this? Let's see. 1988. I probably had this same exact print in my hand. Yeah. Because I was delivering papers in 1988.
Okay.
I was 8 years old. We had a paper route from basically when we moved to New York in 87 all the way up to probably 97, 98, 99.
Yeah.
Delivered papers, yeah. For the Poughkeepsie Journal, this one here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the early morning route.
Yep. Oh, it sucked.
4:30.
They wanted us to get up that early. We didn't. So I deliver papers for this newspaper, Poughkeepsie Journal. I probably told this story before because I feel like I've done that. But that's so funny that the first time I've ever seen a newspaper at the flea market that I actually delivered, the Poughkeepsie Journal. I picked one of those up the other day at the grocery store. I just picked one up, and it's funny. They used to be thick. Like that one was like reasonable thickness, and they are so thin. It's like 5-6 pages. They don't even have a price on them anymore because they can charge, I guess, whatever they want, but it's not even worth it to buy them anymore. It's crazy. But I was nominated for Paperboy of the Year. My brother got nominated for Paperboy of the Month. I got nominated for Paperboy of the Year. Different years apart. He got Paperboy of the Month. He got a little trophy and everything. I got nominated Paperboy of the Year. The first day they came out to see if I was delivering the papers on time, I was disqualified because I delivered the papers late. I woke up late, and still this day, I cannot wake up early in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Haven't really seen anything of interest yet today. I did this smaller side first.
About 4 feet long, maybe a foot and a half feet.
It's funny, you meet some very interesting people out here. It's almost like you make friends with these people. You know, you see them week after week. You say hello like they're your friend. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna miss this when it ends at the end of the season, and we'll see if we pick this back up next year. Now, as long as there's no snow, these could continue till December, depending on weather and vendors keep showing up. But you know, the further and further into the season it gets, less and less vendors show up because it gets so cold out here, and you know they show up early in the morning. It makes it hard. Here is our first double-sided row. We'll do it one side at a time, see if we can find anything cool to look at.
40,
Collectible toys.
61,
Never really got into toys, but that's pretty neat. Oh, look at this.
61 and 24, 85. And I'll give you a little box.
For people looking to collect toys, that's cool.
I think so.
That's funny. I was just talking to somebody on Facebook Marketplace about one of these, but this one's got a little fade to it. Oh, what a great picture. Someone had that hanging up in their house for a while.
Yeah.
It was near a window, unfortunately, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Are you a Simpsons fan?
No.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm not a Simpson hater, but all this stuff is from. We renovated a house.
Oh, okay.
So this was, we cleaned out a house.
Can you name 3 characters on that poster?
Yes.
No, you got to look at it. You got to point to them.
Oh, I have to point to
Yeah,
them?
let's see if we can.
Okay.
There's some really vague ones out there.
Maggie.
Oh, okay. Wait. Who'd you point to? That's Lisa Simpson.
Oh, Lisa. Okay, I failed.
That's your older sister. There's some hard ones on here though. That's Dr. Hibbert. That's Sideshow Bob.
Thank you.
Actually, that's Sideshow Mel. No, that's Sideshow Mel. That's Sideshow Bob. Duffman, comic book guy. Barney. Marge. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love The Simpsons. I watch them every day.
Really?
Yeah, just went through these DVDs here. Didn't find anything I liked, but I wanted to show you guys this. This is pretty cool. Flight of the Navigator. I loved this movie as a kid. And most people, I don't think, know this, but I knew this for a long time. The voice of this guy here, that's actually Pee Wee Herman.
Patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on a sesame seed bun.
Whoa! This can't be happening. I think I've gotten some stuff out of your head that has nothing to do with navigating this ship.
You sound just like a human.
No! That dumb dog will never learn to catch a frisbee. You are an inferior species, you dumb dork.
Butt face.
Ghost bucket.
It's Pee Wee Herman's voice. Awesome movie if you didn't see this. And I always forget her name. I think it's Sarah Jessica Parker. That's Sarah Jessica Parker right there, very young. But that's her. Good movie if you haven't seen this. Flight of the Navigator. Check it out. Very nice lady back there. She had a bunch of DVDs. Didn't end up buying any of the DVDs. Nothing I liked. But ended up buying an Apple TV. Don't know if it works. No remote. But she said, I'll give it to you really cheap, $2. So I said, all right, yeah, I'll buy it for $2. Funny seeing people with gloves on here. This is just the start of it. I'm sure we got one of those weird mystery days that will come up with the 70-degree weather. It will happen again. I think, or at least I hope, where we get one of those days where it's just really warm out again. Today's not the day. What do you think? You think we'll get one more day where it's like 70?
Yes.
I hope so.
A whole week of it.
A whole week. We could use it. Because today's too cold.
Yeah, it is.
Use it for history class in school.
First set of some
They're
games
nothing
here.
for me.
Usually by this time of the year,
Originals is
if somebody's come to the flea market a couple times, I've
Famous
usually
photographs
seen the
and so
games
on.
at this point. But you never know, so you always got to look through them. Crimson Skies, that's a great game.
This should be selling.
Dead Man's Hand. You know, I've never seen this game before.
They're just copies of their part of
Huh. Some interesting stuff. Oh, this was before my time. Power Rangers. Never got into that. What are these? Are these like little VHS tapes?
Yeah.
Oh man. Look at these Rambos.
I figured I'd let you take this out of this.
Lots of VHS. VHS is making a comeback. Kind of funny. Went away, starting to come back. Certain movies, at least, are coming back. Not all of them. Pretty cool photograph of probably, who do you think? Neil Armstrong?
Probably.
I was just at an astronaut's grave a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to Edward White II's grave, who's buried at West Point. He died on the Apollo 1.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of cool to see that. Unfortunately, he never made it to the moon. But Neil there put his mission patch right on the moon, so it's up there still. I was just talking to the vendor about Neil Armstrong there because they put a mission patch of the Apollo 1 astronauts on the moon, and I made a video on Edward White, and I was actually surprised that almost nobody watched it. It got something like 42 views, which was shocking. I don't know what happened if people's notifications didn't get turned on, but I thought it was a really interesting story where Edward White, Roger Chaffee, and Gus Grissom all died on the simulated launch for the Apollo 1 rocket. It was really, really sad, and they all died in there in that capsule. But if you guys haven't checked that video out, go check it out because I thought it was an interesting story. I visited his grave over at West Point. That's funny. One of the Spice Girls. Who is this? It's not a Spice Girl fan. And look at that. She comes with a little Spice Girl. That's it. I like that. She comes with a little one in the package. It's pretty neat. Some video games that were something that we're not looking for, but always cool to check out. You don't see Atari 7800s here at the flea market too often. Not a very popular console, but very cool to see at that.
Well, you know how you get a bowling ball? You go to a bowling alley and you bring it back and you leave it a bowling ball.
Well, they don't have the nice ones.
I'm not recording that or anything. Bad timing.
My name and social security number.
Yeah, they're like $70 balls.
with an empty bag.
That's what he said.
Hey, don't everybody be shocked.
I don't
There's a
know
lot of
this man
dirtbags
at
out
all.
Talking about stealing bowling balls over here for bowling alleys. So I guess you guys can leave in the comments if you guys have ever stolen a bowling ball from the bowling alley. I can actually say I have not. What about you, Alf?
When you don't like anymore, you trade it with one you like.
Employment. If you're elected, will my brother find a job?
Under my fiscal policy, I think he stands a very good chance.
Shows what you know, Daphne. I don't even have a brother.
Found the NES. I think we've seen this a couple weeks ago. Nintendo. Still selling this as a set, right? Yeah. Well, how much was it? Yeah, okay. $200. $200 for the NES with the games. I wonder if he wonders why he still has that thing. He's had that for a couple weeks now. Bet you a lot of people have asked about it. Nobody's buying it because $200 is way too much. NES, I would say $50 to $75. The games, individually price them, and you'll move it. $200, all that together isn't worth $200. That's a problem. I've sold at the flea market many times. And sometimes things like bundles work, sometimes they don't. If you're patient, I guess you could sell what you want to do. Maybe that's what he's doing, he's waiting. But he's getting to the end of the season. And personally, what I would do is I would part it out, man. Because you know what? Someone might have an NES, or somebody might have games and they want to just play games and they need an NES, or just the opposite. They have an NES and just want games. You sell it separately, you'll sell that thing real quick. You'll sell it real quick. As a bundle, it takes a long time, especially at that, like I said, at that price. It's a lot of money. So we finished up with the first row here, the one side. And this is basically, this is it. This week, that's the one side. It was very light, very easy to get through. Probably took me about 20 to 30 minutes. We're now going to start the back row here. I think there's only one vendor back here. And then we're going to move up. Looks like they got a Lego set. See something cool already. But Lego sets could be very expensive. A little Lego set here. This is pretty cool. Is this new or used, or this is brand new, or new? Yeah. How much is that? $60. She was originally asking $80 for the Lego set. She said because it's cold, $60, never opened, brand new. And seemed like a pretty reasonable deal. It looked like they were going for $85 on the eBay. And then, you know, like $30 for shipping. But just not a Lego set I was interested in. If it was cheap, like really cheap, like 30 bucks or $25, I probably would have bought it. I do collect Legos. I probably would never put that set together because it didn't look like it was like something that really interested me. But not a bad deal for the right person. For 60 bucks, that's probably the best deal I found today so far, or the most interesting item. Hopefully, so far, but hopefully we find some more interesting items. The one good thing about a show like this today is we will get through it real quick, which is good because I do have other things I would like to do. Oh, we got some, I think we just came across some games. Morning guys, how we doing? Karate Champ in the box. Kind of cool. So we got some games. $45 for the boxed NES game. I didn't even look it up. I think it was, what was it, Karate Champ? I gotta look back in the video. But it wasn't a game that really struck me as interesting. If it was like 10 bucks, 5 bucks, I probably would have just bought it. But for 45, you know, I'm not going to spend $45 on a game that I have no interest in at all, you know, and not worth negotiating on when it's priced at that kind of price where I'm not interested. So it has gotten colder out, I got to say. I got my hand in my pocket here again, and yeah, it's one of those days where you got to do one of these just to warm up. It's cold. I always admit that I am not a Star Wars fan. I was always a Spaceball movie guy, but that's a pretty awesome movie poster. Love the art on it. Very, very cool. I love spots like this because you see stuff just littered here. See if there's anything good. I don't see anything. Might have been picked over. Might have never been anything there. I always say if you don't look, you don't know what you'll find. Found some pretty cool things over the years. That I think this year one of my coolest finds here was that PlayStation 2 controller that was brand new. Guy gave me a great deal on that. That was a great item. Christmas stuff is out. Oh man, are we seeing this stuff already? Halloween hasn't gotten here yet. I guess, yeah, you got to start ripping that Christmas stuff out at this point. Morning. Some very cool Halloween decorations. Seen a lot of Halloween decorations today. Very slim pickings here today. It's not a lot going on. You know, even driving past, you know, once you already drive here an hour, you know you're coming in. But you can tell from the road that there's just not as many vendors today as there normally would. I think it's something to do with the temperature, the rain, you know. You can just tell there's overcast today. But we still got a few more rows to go. We're about halfway done with this section. So hopefully we find something. I've been finding really cool stuff to show you guys today, like stuff that I don't at least think is cool. I know some of you guys just enjoy watching me, but the items are not the coolest things. I think we got something to show you guys. I don't know, toys. I feel like still like a big kid. Showing you guys all the toys. Any video games in this pile? No video games. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to find. It's tough to find some games out there. Toys are cool. I do like toys, but I don't buy a lot of toys unless it's really something from my childhood. These blow molds are usually pretty expensive. Everybody got rid of them, but they were expensive. Got Mickey.
Good luck with it, man.
Let's see if there's anything good over here.
They do work. I just took the cartridges out so people wouldn't grab them. Yeah.
There's 22 to the web.
Yeah, you guys can see it's not like a lot of cool stuff. I mean, if you're looking for furniture and things like that, yeah, of course you got that kind of stuff. Let's do a live walkthrough of these sections over here.
Oh, and it should say how many feet. 15 feet. So like from here.
You know, as we get through the year here too, a lot of the stuff that these guys have had all year have sold at this point. Some DVDs here, no games. You know, they sell their stuff through the season, and then it becomes slim pickings at this point in the season until next year.
Dig itself in based on the memory that they put into the material.
Saw this stuff walking by before, because I always walk down each row twice. Lots of Halloween stuff. And my favorite Halloween thing ever here is, look at this. This thing looks like it's in real nice condition. Blow mold. What's the ghost go for? How much is the ghost? $85. Yeah, see, they go for money, guys. If you guys ever see these at a yard sale, pick them up. I don't know why. They used to be all over the place back in the 80s, and now they go for decent money.
Thank you, sir.
Blow molds are very funny. I mean, I remember those as a kid. Like, they were on everybody's lawn. Now it's all blow-up things. And those blow molds were always in Kmart. You would always see them in those stores, Caldors, whatever your store was. And now you can't find them. I would honestly, I would be afraid to put that on my lawn, knowing what they're valued at. She was asking $85 for that one. And that's generally, I'm not an expert on them, but that's generally what they sell for. It's incredible. Oh, this is neat. You guys, a lot of you guys know I love Angry Orchard. I just don't need any more wall signs, but I love Angry Orchard. So good. Crisp apple. That's my favorite. Got a box of games here. Some sports stuff. Not usually the most popular stuff here. All sports stuff. Oh my gosh. Wii Wheel. Wreck-It Ralph, maybe. You gotta see what he wants for these carnival games. Battle Bash. Have I seen these before? Let's flip through these PlayStation 2 games. Sports. Oh God. Frogger. Mystery game. What is it gonna be? Madden. Vendor back there with the video games. Very nice man. $5 a game. The sports games, they are so tough to get rid of. You know, I offered him $2. I said, would you take $2 a game? He goes, I'll sell you this whole box for 30. I'm like, they're games that will never get played. So it's sports games always sucked because after that year, it's over with. Nobody wants them. There's very, very few and select games that people will play after. Like for me, NFL Blitz and NBA Jam, those 2 games I'll play. The rest of the sports games, Wii Sports I'll play. The rest, just no interest. Another one of these blow molds, this time Santa Claus. How much is Santa Claus? $100. 1969. The year we went to the moon. Name some other piece of history that happened in 1969. Give me something else. Come on, that's easy. Think music. Woodstock. That was a big piece of history. I gave you something easy. Any more video games besides this one? Just the one left. Okay, no problem. Oh my God, Dare. Do you guys remember Dare? I was actually part of the second year of Dare. That was pretty cool. 6th grade. Found one Nintendo 64, one lonely N64 game. I did not buy it. It was NBA Showtime. Not something on my hit list of games that I'm looking for. I think I actually might even have it already. So, you know, games that I have, I'm not buying. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's get some Legos down here. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks very vintage. Oh, it's a record player. Old record player. Superman record player. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. All right, I'm gonna have a little fun with you guys. If I was one of the dwarfs, which dwarf would I be? Look at all the dwarfs.
No, spring.
More impressively, look at all the watches, all the pieces here. This is pretty cool, just to look at. Box of Topps cards hiding under here. 45 cents a piece. Today's price, $45 for the box. Things have gone up. Oh, you got, oh yes, I've heard about this. Did you find that in circulation? Or?
Yes, I did.
So see all that? See, this is, guys, this is what you look for. So I've been watching,
100%.
I've been watching this guy, it's like a coin channel, and he talks about paper money, and you see all those 8s there? I don't know how many is in a row, you can count them if you want. But things like that, 7 8s. Imagine there was one more.
It'd be worth $3,000.
See, and this one, I know what this is. This is a star note, which is a replacement note.
And this is a radar note.
Now,
Spell forward and backwards,
yep.
it's the same number.
I knew what that was. I knew what that was. This is cool. Very cool. That's actually 45. Really neat. I was just talking to the vendor back there, Norm. He's been collecting for a long time. He does watches, he has jewelry, coins, paper money, and the bills were really cool. That $100 bill, $300 he's selling that for. I don't know if he'll get $300 for it. I don't know. I'm not that. I don't know prices that good for bills, but he'll definitely make some money on it. The $10 bill he's looking for $20. That was the store note, and the other bill. What did he say? I forgot what he said. But yeah, pretty cool. And you get that stuff right in circulation. It's pretty amazing. You just got to keep your eyes open and know what you're looking for. I remember this. I did the thumbnail I think a few weeks ago with this. That's funny. $50. That's a pretty good deal. I have no interest in that, but for $50, it's a good price. Just the wood at this place where it's $50. Oh wow, that's cool. I like just the art on there. That's awesome. Let's see who's watching the video. Today's secret word is star note. Okay, like star and note. So leave it in the comments below if you're the first one to catch it. It's hard sometimes to determine who caught it if you guys are close, but leave it in the comments below. I'll pin your comment. Oh wow, these have seen some sun. Pretty cool little Simpson pint glass set, but unfortunately got a little faded. Look at this thing, a high wheel. I said unicycle at first. Someone had to inform me that was a high wheel.
1880s English high wheel.
Is that 1880s? Wow, incredible. I can't imagine buying this thinking this could be good. I'm gonna ride this to the grocery store or to the convenience store. How much is something like that?
$45.
Wow, $4,500.
Today's bargain.
That's a bargain. That's incredible. That is so cool. The history of this thing. I could just look at this all day. It's beautiful.
You don't see many of them.
No, you don't. You don't. Really awesome item. These guys love ice cream stuff. They ended up at the right place. Look at this giant ice cream cone. I love weird stuff like this. This is so weird. 50. That's only $50 for this thing. So funny. That's so funny. What would you do with that? Big nightlight? All right, we had the high wheel and then we got this motorbike. Which one's cooler? I could probably ride this better than I could ride that high wheel, for sure. It's so weird. It's funny to see a bike with a motor on it. They went away for so long, and now all of a sudden everybody's riding these e-bikes. I actually got to ride an e-bike for the first time about a week ago. We had a customer that him and his daughter rode it to our business with a e-bike. And I'm like, I don't understand the thing. Listen, you either want a bicycle or you want to have a moped. I don't understand the in-between. So I asked him to take it for a ride. Holy crap, the thing was fun to ride. So I gotta admit it was actually very enjoyable. So I get it. I get it now. Get Christmas stuff out. Get the Christmas, and then we got Halloween right next to it. I was just looking at these last night. It's funny I'm talking about astronauts and finding all this astronaut stuff today. It's not normally here. I don't know. You say something, you start talking about something, and it just magically shows up. See some video games here. Here's a Commodore 64. Not a very popular system. They actually made a mini version of this for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think many people bought this one to make a mini system. But let me know in the comments below if you had one of these. I did not. There's some nostalgia coming back. We got everything from Sonic the Hedgehog to the Ghostbusters. There's a proton pack right here. Somebody loves toys. Got some games. Been very few games today to look for. I don't have that. I don't see PlayStation 1 games as often. Ace of the Air. Oh my god, it looks terrible. These games have not aged well, unfortunately. Dinosaur. So I did buy a respectable stack of PlayStation 1 games. Nice condition. They're actually really nice condition. No like really awesome games or heavy hitters, but nice. I don't even know how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. $20. So cool for the PlayStation shelf. Happy with this. All right, guys, coming to the end here. Got one row to go, like a half row. It's only on one side. But ran into one of my buddies there. He had some Switch games. He had Host Void, which I told everybody that watches my video game videos to buy. Super rare games, selling me 3,000 of them. So those went up quick. They were selling for like, I think $34 a copy. I think they already sell for like 60 bucks per game. I can't play that one. It reminded me of Doom, and just watching their demo on it just made me nauseous. But it looks like a really fun game for someone who wouldn't get nauseous playing it. So we're gonna walk down the one last row here, see if we can find anything else. But I'm super happy to find all those PlayStation 1 games. That was cool. That was a cool find today. And the Apple TV that I found as well was a very cool find. But let's walk down this last row. We'll record it, see if we find anything. Usually this first row, you usually don't find much on because these are usually the vendors that show up weekly. They prepay for spots, so you're not going to typically find things, but you got to walk down. You never know. All right, here we go down the last row here at the Elephant Trunk. It makes it hard to come back. I don't know if it's worth it to come back again when these temperatures dip. It's now warming up. It feels good right now, so that's a good thing. But you can see a lot less vendors here, so a lot less things to find, which kind of sucks. But you know, finding all those PlayStation 1 games proves there are still items to be found, even on days where there are not as many vendors. So there are things out there. You just got to keep your eyes open and try to make deals. And of course, it always matters what you're looking for. Got the smell of the kettle corn. That always smells really good. Oh, kettle corn's really good. I have to get some of this for the way home. Popping it right now. Just got done making fresh kettle corn. Oh my god, the smoke from the oil. Putting the sugar in, or not the sugar, the salt. Putting the salt in. Stuff is so good. So good. I love kettle corn.
All the way to